what is it? July 30th. And apparently we're in the middle of a, look, I got this little guy crawling on me. We're in the middle of Lionsgate. So I was wondering if my guides had insight into that, because I could use some magic right now. I was thinking of having the intention to ask them if I can rely on Lionsgate financially. How can I work with Lionsgate to get through August financially? Can I? Or is it all karmic? All right, how funny. If they consider yawning orgasmic, I can see how I can feel orgasmic all day. It's like a baby orgasm, right? When you sneeze or you yawn. It's the same nervous system. It's not outside of my belief system anymore. Lionsgate. What do we do with it? I know, release what no longer serves you, right? Dear Kelly, thank you for joining with us. You've got new space to expand into now that you've released these toxins in your life. So it's going to take more channeling to fill that space up with your conscious expansion. It's going to feel unfamiliar at first. And you've just got to trust all over again, huh? It doesn't feel as familiar as your old channeling used to be. You have to sit with it for a while. Feel into the new energies. This year, Lionsgate is not only August 8th, but 2024 is an 8-year, if you add all the numbers. Well, I know we sound super woo-woo getting into numerology, but numerology is a reflection of the geometric perfection of creation. It corrects the distortions that the ego mind has placed on creation. So when you look into these things, it's not just mystical woo-woo. It's the truth that's been hidden. So when you call it mystical woo-woo, you're going along with the narrative that it's a fantasy, that these higher truths are not real. Somebody told you that. Some authority told you that there is no science to astrology, and there is no science to tarot, and there is no science to numerology. Whereas now, actually, scientists are learning that there's a quantum field that's affected by your consciousness. So when you look out into the world and you are curious about it, you activate the quantum consciousness within you. And it takes familiarizing to understand and interpret what it is that you're observing and what your senses are interpreting. You get to know yourself, and you get to know the world, and you get to know the cosmic reflection of all that is. It's all a cosmic reflection. Have we heard that before? All that is. God is all that is. God doesn't have limits. God isn't outside or within anything. God is everything. And you're a part of God. You're a fractal of God. You're a complete fractal of the whole. You don't understand it because you were taught not to believe in it. You were taught that it was fantasy and that it was comical. But this is the essence of reality. It's a dream. And you're experiencing a perspective of it, a fractal of your own. which is perfect unto itself, and it has its own particular set of puzzles to reorganize so that you can return to being whole again, because all the puzzle pieces were scattered in the Big Bang. They were scattered in the separation. When the dream began, some puzzle pieces were cut out and scattered, and then you had all these lifetimes to put those pieces back together and return. It's difficult to explain to a limited mind, but the hints are there. The little riddles are out there for you to solve. So Lionsgate is an astrological event where there's an alignment and in the stars and the planets, and what happens is extra light is able to come in to human consciousness during this period. So yeah, you can harness power through this event. Can you manifest enough money to get through August? Well, we think you're going to be fine with or without Lionsgate, but you want to know how you can work with it. It's really the same answer as always. It's be more conscious of your thoughts and the energy that you're putting out there. However, when these events happen, when these alignments and these conjunctions and these astrological, planetary events that everybody's talking about happen, the reason it's special is because people are talking about it. That's really the only thing that makes it extra special, is that everybody's talking about it. And it's the same as working with the new moon and the full moon. But everybody's talking about it, so you're more likely to do something about it. You can make a lot of changes on any day of your life by being super conscious. But there's a push right now to be conscious about the energy that you're putting out there. And you've had some struggles recently, Kelly, emotionally, energetically, where you suspect that there's a pet cemetery under your apartment, and you went down to the central library to see if they have old maps. I also wanted the kids to learn about the library and about history and about what we can research. I got a little, I think I found out when my apartment building was built, but there could have been apartments there before that. But that's okay, because I'm finding these old maps and they're fun. Anyway, so you've had some struggle, but the reason that you did that is because you just feel the density right now. And you're like, there's got to be a reason for all this density. I got to find out. This apartment, living in this apartment has just been struggle after struggle after struggle. So what are you doing about that density in your mind? What are you doing about it? Are you complaining about it? Or are you seeing it as an illusion that you can just take or leave, you know? So what we want you to do with this energy right now of the 888 Lionsgate portal of 2024 is to meditate, Cal. Is to do the things that we're telling you to do that are considered fine-tuning of your path, of your journey. You've got your pillars, and now you've got to hold on to those pillars with integrity, and you've got to stay focused on those. And your pillars are to be healthy with the foods that you consume, with the thoughts that you put out into the creation that you're reflecting yourself back to. You're putting out into the world an interpretation of what you're seeing, and that is what's reflecting back to you. So we want you to meditate. You haven't been meditating. You don't really meditate. We want you to, this is how we want you to meditate. Start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes of meditation every day is enough for you to say, I meditated today. Okay, you can brag about it. But for 5 minutes, we just want you to follow your breath. We want you to follow your breath and to have the intention to breathe in a way that is the most comfortable. What's the most comfortable way you can breathe? What brings the most pleasure with your breath? generally, it's just going to be slow and deep. Okay? Slow, not rushed. We're not rushing. Slow and with good posture. Maybe sit on your couch with something to support your back so that you're sitting upright. Breathe in until you feel it sort of pass by your pineal gland. It's going to feel good when it gets there. That's what's happening when you're yawning and when you're sneezing. There's really subtle, delicate tissues around your spinal column that are activating your nervous system that feel good, that activate dopamine, serotonin, I don't know, what is it? One of those feel-good hormones. It's so easy to not give us these simple pleasures, to not give ourselves these simple pleasures. We just take it for granted. That hermit mode video, you said to be grateful for your breath. And you weren't really sure how to be grateful for your breath. You're like, okay, I should be grateful for my breath. I'm going to be grateful for my breath. But this is what we mean by that. It feels good to breathe slow and deep. It physically feels good. It activates on a physical level the hormones that make you feel good. But subconsciously, what you're doing when you breathe slow and deep is the opposite of hyperventilating, right? Slow, quick, that's hyperventilating. Oh no, fast, quick, rapid, quick is hyperventilating. Slow and deep is relaxation. That's where you activate your I'm okay nervous system. I can celebrate now because the danger has passed. That's the nervous system that we want you to activate. And when you're starting a new habit, don't make it daunting. Don't tell yourself 20 minutes and then you're so frustrated and you've got all these stressors about sitting still for 20 minutes and so it just feels like too much. No, we want you to feel successful when you make these habit changes. So sit for 5 minutes. Set a timer for 5 minutes. And challenge how slow you can go. How much turtle can you bring into your meditation? Okay. That's it. That's what we want you to do with this Lion's Gate portal. We want you to bring in the gift of meditation and the joy of breathing. Because once you have that, that's a key. That's a key to solving all your problems, slowing your mind down. It all begins in your mind, and your mind is moving so fast. That's why distraction was a big tool for corrupting humanity, because you're constantly like worried about this and distracted by that and entertained by that. But if you were to just sit and breathe and relax and say everything's okay right now, that's what you'd manifest from. So are you going to manifest money with this Lion's Gate portal meditation? We'll find out. We already know there's a lot coming, but that's because the timeline is multidimensional and you were going to learn about this meditation right now. And you've been curious about the astral realm. But it's hard to bring the astral realm into your daily life when you're panicking all the time. Okay, learn about the brain waves of consciousness and sleeping versus awake. Sleeping consciousness has very slow brain waves, right? All right, we told you it's going to get fun, and you still needed to meditate, and you've got some more work to do around your lifestyle. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just tell yourself it's going to be okay and watch what shows up. We weren't wrong when we said it was going to be okay, even though you were scared and you're like, I can't figure out how this is going to be okay. Believing that you're going to be okay and beginning to try to believe that you're going to be okay is how you become okay.